Good evening to you, and let me give you a really warm welcome, lovely summer's evening welcome. How about that? The sun has come out for us, which is very nice, but it's great to see you this evening at relatively short notice, but I'm glad we've done this to mark quite an incredible achievement. I texted Charlie, was it a week and a half ago, to say you're on your fifth vicar, that was it, wasn't it? And you outlasted four. Yeah. I haven't outlasted you yet, he said, but there we go. We'll see how he gets on. But on his fifth vicar, and we heard this morning on your 13th Prime Minister. There we go, as of Friday. So doing amazingly well, and appointed organist on the 1st of July, 1974. How about that? I think that alone deserves a round of applause. There we go. Brilliant. I'm really not going to do very much other than to welcome you. I'm going to hand over to Charlie, who's going to introduce. We've given him total free rein. We suddenly thought this would be a good idea, and so would you like to play some of your favourite music? He's invited some friends, so we've got Charlie and friends tonight, so thank you to others who are going to join in. If you don't know me, I'm Matt, I'm the vicar. I recognise most of you, I think. If you don't know our building, there's a loo through the door here, so do use that if you need to. And very low key, but we'll put the kettle on and stay for tea and coffee afterwards if you'd like to. And Charlie, I may just pop up at the end. We'll see how well you play this evening. But we're going to hand over, ladies and gentlemen, Charles Jordan.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Well, 50 years. Who'd have believed that as a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed 16-year-old, I'd still be here after 50 years? If you believe that, you can believe anything. Actually, my time at St. Stephen's goes even back longer than that. I first came to St. Stephen's when my family moved to Woodchurch Lane in 1961. So that's 63 years, in fact, I've been coming here. When we first arrived, I joined the choir, and the organist there, Walter Withers, was a brilliant organist, and he inspired me a lot to learn the organ. So I also sang at the inauguration, if that's the right word, of St. Albans, the church that used to be down the hill. I don't know if you know that. In fact, the cross of St. Albans is at the back, all lit up. There, we brought it back because it's been knocked down now. Okay, so when I was the organist, well, it wasn't an organ, it was a harmonium at St. Albans. I started learning the organ with Caleb Jarvis at St. George's Hall. So I've played the organ many times at St. George's Hall. I actually played it for 3 days on the run in, I think it was the late 60s, because every now and again they'd take the wooden casing off the floor, so there's a marble floor, so I was playing all day for 3 days on that organ, which I remember very well. Well, anyway, after I left St. Albans, I went to St. Luke's Tranmere. That's been knocked down as well. It seems every church I go to, they knock them down. So St. Luke's Tranmere merged with St. Paul's Tranmere. So then I went to St. James's, the one on the roundabout in the middle of the road. I got sacked. I played the wrong note on the Sunday. Well, anyway, after my shortish time at St. James's, I went to Caldy, and that lovely church in the village of Caldy. I enjoyed my time there. Then I moved to Manchester and studied the organ at the Royal Northern College of Music. And then I came back, and I've been here ever since. So that's the story. So I'm going to... Oh, thank you. So as Matt said, I'm going to play some of my favourite pieces. Now, the first piece I'm going to play is, in fact, I didn't want to learn the... Well, I obviously did want to learn the organ. I wanted to play this piece. So whatever instrument was on it, it was written for me, and I'd have played obviously to the organ. So the first piece I'm going to play is the Toccata and Fugue in D minor. Okay? I'm going to play 3 pieces in the first section. The next one, obviously the staccato fugue in D minor is very loud. The second piece I'm going to play is Samuel Barber Adagio for strings. So that uses the quiet stops on the organ, the string sounds. And then the third piece I'm going to play is called Berlmann's Toccata, which is a French piece, so it's a very mysterious tune in the bass. So, okay, I'm going to start off with the staccato fugue in D minor. I hope you enjoy it. you very much. Need more practice getting off the organ stool. Right, my next, my first guest is Catherine Jordan, my daughter. Now, Catherine's been singing in the choir at St. Stephen's since she was 6 years old. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Yes, Daddy's always right. So, 74, so he must have come in 1980, is that correct? Yeah, something like that. All right, okay. Mummy's always right. So she's going to sing 2 songs for us. The first one is called Ave Maria. Now the composer, Bach, wrote 48 preludes and fugues, and he composed his first prelude in C major. And the French composer Gounod added an Ave Maria to it. Some people say he ruined it, but he didn't really. So it's 2 composers. Okay, so we have to step up, Catherine. Blessing by John Rutter.
I don't think I've ever been more nervous in my life.
Okay, three more pieces from me now. The first one I'm going to play is an orchestral piece arranged for the organ called Fanfare for the Common Man by Aaron Copeland. I'm sure you'll all know that. The second one is a request, and it's called Nimrod, a quieter one again, to show off the quieter stops, by Edward Elgar. And the third one is not so well known, perhaps. It's got an interesting piece called Litanies by the French composer Alain, A-L-A-I-N. And, well, the instructions given by the composer for this piece is worth reading out. So you all know what a litany is. It's a repeated prayer. So it says, the plain song phrase which opens the music is repeated continually, propelled by a locomotive rhythm to an ecstatic climax. Alain once wrote about how to play litanies. You must create an impression of passionate incantation. Prayer is not a lament, but a devastating tornado, flattening everything in its way. It is also an obsession. You must fill men's ears with it, and God's ears too. If you get to the end without feeling exhausted, you have neither understood nor played as I would want it. So, let's see. First of all, it's Fanfare for the Common Man. litanies. And yes, that piece was is one of Susan's favourite pieces. And I'd like to thank Susan, my wife, for putting up with me for all these years. She deserves an applause. Having to leave the house every Sunday for 50 years. Probably a good thing, actually. Gets rid of me for a bit. Right, I'd like to introduce my next guest, Helen, who we've enjoyed her inspirational singing in the services. I've asked her to come along, and Andrew, her husband, he's tagged along as well. So they're going to sing one of their songs. Thank you very much.
Can I just say what a joy it is to be here this evening and to celebrate Charlie's incredible accomplishments in his musical career, and I feel very privileged that he invited us along. So thank you, Charlie. This song is taken from the Psalms. It's a story about, well, it's David's story, and it's about how he cries out and asks God to intervene and help during some of his darkest moments. And the chorus is just about how God is always there for him. He acknowledges that through God he can find safety, strength, peace, and victory. I have sailed on distant seas. The weight of sin was drowning me. When you still the rage and calm the pounding waves, you heard my cry, my desperate plea, traced all my pain, kept every tear, gently wiped my face and covered me with grace. Oh, my victory comes from you, my rock, my fortress, and my safe refuge. To you I sing praise, for all of my days I won't be shaken. When my troubles blaze like fire, it's you who holds my head up high. On your wings I soar, I worship you in awe. Lord of lords and King of kings, Creator, Master of all things, nothing impossible, your love unsearchable. Oh, my victory comes from you, my rock, my fortress, and my safe refuge. To you I sing praise, for all of my days I won't be shaken. Oh, my victory comes from you, my rock, my fortress, and my safe refuge. To you I sing praise, for all of my days I won't be shaken. God, I put my trust in you, for all your promises, they are true. So whom shall I fear? The stronghold of my life is near. You are near. Oh, my victory comes from you, my rock.
Right, the next piece, or pieces. Now, I've taken an interest, well, probably around the time of the Queen's funeral, and it's a bagpipe music. Now, we need an instrument that's a bit wheezy, a bit out of tune. We have another organ in the church. The old organ actually works. So I'm going to play a tune on the bagpipes. I think you'll recognise it. Flowers of the Forest are on the organ. And then the second piece, seeing we've got two organs, I thought it might be an idea to have an organ duet. So, is there another organist in the house? Well, there is actually, Steve. So Steve and I are going to play a duet, the trumpet tune by Purcell, and on two organs. Now, the organ up there is out of tune a lot, so I've had to retune this organ. If you know about tuning, A440 hertz a minute is the standard norm. Well, I've got to tune this organ up to A449 because the pipe organ's a bit sharp. So I'm going to have to make an expedition up to the organ loft now. So I'm going to play Flowers of the Forest first. Thank you. ask Steve to do something now. I always enjoy playing with Steve. We seem to have a musical rapport with one another, almost like know what we are thinking. Sort of thing. If we're going to change a chord in the middle of a piece of maybe at the end, he knows and I know, and we both look at each other, and so we do it. And also, Steve's musical theory is sort of guitar-based, and mine is more classical. So Steve might say, push the notes there. Yeah. And I say, you mean play syncopated? Or he might say, hold back at the end. And I might say, you mean rallentando? So anyway, we're going to play a piece together when I tune this organ back.
You just have to check who's playing what. So we know what we're doing now. That's great. I should say this is a setting of Psalm 90, which talks about our eternal home. grant us works that last forever.
80s, when we had a very large choir, I used to compose descants. So we used to have a descant every Sunday, every service, sometimes even 2. So this hymn, one of my favourites, The Day Thou Gavest. Catherine's going to sing the descant. But first of all, I'm going to play a piece based on the hymn tune, Amazing Grace. Thank you. Steve. coming. Just going to finish off with The Day Thou Gavest, which is number 475.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, as Charlie has just done there for us, playing that final hymn for us, there's a wonderful verse in the Bible that says, sing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs with gratitude in your heart to God. And every Sunday we get to sing to God as Charlie accompanies us. And Charlie, thank you so much for spoiling us this evening with that wonderful music. Thank you to Helen and Andy and Catherine and Steve as well for joining in and giving us such a wonderful evening. But Charlie, we love singing gratitude to God for all He's done. We're very grateful to God for you as well, and having you as our organist. So thank you for 50 years. Wow, there we go. Isn't that amazing? Another round of applause. Go on. And just a very small token. There's a card here that Church Family have signed. It is open, so if you haven't signed it and you'd like to, we'll put the card back out. But a small token, Charlie, of our thanks and appreciation to you. And a little advert. Charlie's here every week at 10:30, so you can come along, and we'd love to see you. Do stay for drinks and tea and coffee. We'll put the kettles on now. That'd be lovely. And yes, I'm sure we can. Charlie, what have you got lined up for us?
Sorry, okay, right. Another one of my favourite pieces. It's actually a Christmas piece, Vom Himmel hoch. Now this tune, it's just as well known in Germany to German children as Away in a Manger. For some reason we don't sing this, because it's sort of from heaven above to earth I come. Stick to the playing, Charlie. So that's the tune. You'll hear that in the pedals. And the very fast demi-semi-quavers. So in fact, I worked it out. I'm playing, when in the fast passages, I'm playing 10 notes every second in the fast passages. So, okay. Right.